mohawk, bro.
You tattooed your fucking name on your forehead so you wouldn't forget, you dumbass.
That's not my name, dumbass. That's my daughter's name, dumbass. And my son's name, dumbass. And again, you got a mohawk. Fucking clown.
You wanna see clowns?
Tony Bellew, a man who knows the fight game better than most, isn't pulling any punches. He's had enough of the Jake Paul circus, and he's got a chilling prediction for how it all ends against Gervonta Davis. Bellew isn't just naming a winner, he's calling the exact moment of destruction. This isn't hype. It's a cold, calculated breakdown from a former world champion who's been there himself. And now, Bellew's ready to reveal why Tank will be the riddle Jake Paul simply can't solve.
I'm not interested in beating up a YouTuber. I'm not interested. Well, I am if it's going to sell Wembley Stadium. I'll 100%, but no one's going to really mess around with me. Let's be totally honest. For a YouTuber to come up and try and shove, push me, or try and mess around with me, he's going to have a nap real quick. And I'm not some big hard case, but I'm just not going to be disrespected by some muppet who's great on.
Former WBC Cruiserweight Champion Tony Bellew has seen it all inside the ring, and even he's completely baffled by this matchup. In a recent interview, he didn't hold back, painting a harsh picture for the YouTube star's chances. "I can't get my head around this fight," Bellew said. "I don't know what kind of freak show people are going to be watching, but one thing's for sure, they're gonna tune in."
I did all the talk about it being Anthony Joshua, it's definitely going to be AJ, this is getting closer and closer. And then out of the blue, just out of nowhere, it just goes right, I'm fighting Gervonta Davis. So you've gone from a 250 pound, 260 pound, whatever he is, heavyweight, to 135 pound world champion.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if Tank has got a belt anymore. Well, I think he has. Yeah, he fought Lamont Roach for it.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's just insane. I mean, he's half his size.
He never fails to surprise us, does he, Jake Paul? Man?
Fair play. Listen, he's a marketing genius, but when it comes to people that pick his fights, I can't get my head around it. Like, I don't know like what kind of freak show people are going to be seeing, but people are going to tune in.
He then delivered the money shot, the line that has echoed across the internet.
I'm not going to lie, if Tank hits him clean, he's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Tank's got
we haven't really
legitimate power.
Yes, isn't he? We haven't really seen Jake Paul take a proper
No, I mean,
shot.
Listen, he'll have a lot of smoke blown up his backside by his coaching team and people like that, but when he gets hit for real, with 10 ounce, well, I'm told it's 16 ounce gloves now, it's like an exhibition.
Right.
I'm told it's big gloves and head guards, he's going to need them.
He will, yeah.
Because if he was to get hit with a pair of 8 ounce gloves off Tank Davis, he's asleep. Because Tank can really punch that, I think.
Bellew went even further, calling Tank one of the most electrifying fighters on the planet. I'd go as far as saying Tank is the most exciting fighter in the world. He's vicious, he's a finisher, Bellew said, his tone firm and certain. But right after praising Davis, he questioned the logic of the entire matchup. "I just can't wrap my head around why he's fighting someone who's the legitimate size of a cruiserweight."
I'd probably go as far as saying, I think Tank's probably the most exciting fighter in the world.
So exciting,
He's
isn't he?
vicious, he's a finisher. And yeah, I can't get my head around it. He's going to be fighting someone who's a legitimate...
I see Gervonta Davis. And I look at Haney and I'm like this, you want to stay away from that, brother. Because Haney gets hit too much. And you can't do that against Tank Davis. You can't do it.
Bellew's freak show remark perfectly sums up what many boxing purists are feeling. That 65-pound gap between the two fighters isn't just a number. It's a symbol of two completely different worlds colliding inside the ring.
I think it's ridiculous. Jake Paul's taking the piss, like he always does. Just from saying I'm going to fight AJ tonight, fighting Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
Who's 100 pounds in weight lighter. 100 pounds. Weight divisions in boxing are split up, some of them, the lower weights, by 3 or 4 pounds. All I can say about Jake Paul fighting somebody half his size is he's a bully. Why are you fighting the guy half his size? It's wrong.
Yeah.
He's gone from Krusty the Clown now to Sideshow Bob. He's getting worse. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's just taking a piss out of the sport, and I don't think this has actually gained much interest. The press conference was dead.
Yeah,
I noticed there wasn't many press there. It's not had big media coverage.
Yeah.
I think people are finally realising, actually, that this is a big charade. And yeah, I think I'm not impressed. Gervonta Davis, I think maybe he's had enough of the game. He got drawn in his last fight. He was lucky to get the draw as well. But yeah, the whole thing again, it's a clown show. And Jake Paul's important.
Tank Davis earned his fearsome reputation by dominating fighters his own size in the lightweight division. Jake Paul, on the other hand, operates as a cruiserweight, a completely different league. The gap in natural size, bone density, and punch resistance is massive, and it's exactly why weight classes were created, to keep fighters safe from dangerous mismatches. This fight, though, seems to throw that rule book out the window, sparking a heated debate not just about its legitimacy, but about whether it should even happen at all.
There are some big names on the Baltimore Boxers' resume, including Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Mario Barrios, Isaac Cruz, Frank Martin, and more. Kellerman, though, isn't impressed and claimed that Tank avoids the best fighters in the division.
I think Gervonta gets it done. I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. I think Gervonta might, for the first time, have to get up off his backside. I think Ryan, we know that left hook, and he disguises it so well. He looks like he's going to throw up top, then he throws it to the body, just like he did against Luke Campbell. But I think Gervonta gets it done 8-10.
Despite his disbelief, Bellew admitted the harsh truth. The sheer spectacle of it all will draw people in. That mix of curiosity and unease will have millions glued to their screens, waiting to see whether this bizarre experiment ends in triumph or disaster.
Listen, you can't knock Tank whatsoever for taking this fight. He's been sat on the sidelines for quite a while now. He's not active, he's not busy. That means he's not earning. And when a fighter's not earning, how is he supposed to live?
Yeah.
And people are going to go, oh, well, he's a multi-millionaire already. Well, that's not going to last.
He's probably got expensive lifestyle to maintain. So.
Exactly. And, you know, he's got a family to keep, and he needs to stay busy. And like I said, this may not be the ideal opportunity. This may not be the ideal fight, but it is the ideal payday.
The controversy around this fight isn't just noise. It's already created real-world chaos behind the scenes. The bout was originally set for State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. But those plans collapsed fast when the state's athletic commission refused to sanction a fight with such an extreme size difference. Reports say Jake Paul's own promotion, Most Valuable Promotions, had to pull its event permit request entirely. That sudden roadblock forced a last-minute scramble to find a new venue. Now, the entire event has been moved to the Kaseya Center in Miami, home of the NBA's Miami Heat. The location may have changed, but the date remains locked, November 14th, with Netflix ready to stream the spectacle to a global audience.
Be down. Let's run it. Like, I'd be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. Definitely might see it in a minute.
Adding another twist to the story is the fight's official classification. It's an exhibition, not a professional bout. That detail alone has turned off plenty of fans, but it's also stirred up a whole new set of questions about what this matchup really means and what's actually at stake.
And you guys, clarified, this is going to be not an exhibition, it's going to be a real fight?
No, it's going to be an exhibition.
Oh, hold on. An exhibition with a decision?
Absolutely. It's an exhibition at 195 max weight.
Okay.
10 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
And 12-ounce clubs. And most of you guys know boxing, right? Most of the fights are with 10-ounce clubs. Fighters spar in 16-ounce clubs. 12-ounce and 10-ounce gives you a little bit more safety, which is the key here, given the size difference, but there's a massive experience difference. We will have 3 world-class judges ringside that the commission has approved. to ensure there's a rendered decision for the fans. It will not go on their record, but there will be 3 experienced judges, some of the best in the business, giving their view of who won the fight.
Both fighters will reportedly wear larger than usual gloves, and Jake Paul will have to cut more weight than he's ever done before. Under Florida commission rules, an exhibition is meant to be a showcase of skill, not an all-out brawl, where fighters display technique without necessarily aiming to win through head strikes or knockouts. On paper, it sounds more like a glorified sparring session than an actual fight.
They do it for real. Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. To Tank's credit, I'm interested in the Tank Jake Paul exhibition because I know for a fact Tank is capable, although he's small, he's capable of knocking Jake Paul out, just like Jake Paul probably capable of knocking him out because he's so much bigger.
So you believe that?
I believe
no
that
doubt about it.
Without a question, if they fight for real. If they don't, if they say, no, well, we're going to take care of Jake, just want him to go through and learn more, then he might not knock him out. You understand me? But if they do it for real, Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. If it's a boxer and a person that don't box, and they got such a big weight gap, now that makes it kind of even on the exhibition scale. You feel me? So now we want to see...
One got experience and one got weight and size.
You feel me? So now it makes us want to see what's going to happen with this. He's bigger, but he has experience. That makes for a good exhibition because everybody wants to know what's going to happen.
Still, Tony Bellew's brutal prediction looms large over those rules. Do bigger gloves really soften the blow when they're coming from a finisher as ruthless as Tank Davis? The rules may sound relaxed on paper, but the danger inside that ring feels more real than ever.
He throws a punch away for you to react by defending it. This is what's called a hat trick. You feint or throw away the first punch, and you slap him with the brick hand.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
As the fight draws closer, Jake Paul is zeroing in on his strengths: size, reach, and endurance. His game plan is clear: keep the smaller man at bay, survive the early onslaught, and slowly wear Davis down. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis's camp is locked in on one thing: power and precision. They know they don't need many chances, just one. Every session, every drill is focused on closing the gap, finding that perfect opening, and unleashing the kind of punch that can end everything in an instant.
I
think he will try and rush him and...
He'll rush him, he'll get close to him, he'll lean on him, use his weight. Jake Paul will get close. I think you're going to see something similar to what you've seen with his brother Logan and Floyd. Okay. But I don't actually think he'll land as much as Logan did. Logan went in like a bull in a china shop and he just roughed up Floyd, threw him around, whacked him around the body. He didn't really have too much finesse about what he was doing, but he done absolutely great when he faced him.
Yeah, it was.
When you consider what it was. So yeah, I just think Tank and Jake Paul is just, it's welcome to the city.
It's the classic clash of styles: speed versus power, movement versus pressure. But with the size difference tilted so heavily to one side, this fight turns into something far more unpredictable. A high-stakes gamble where one mistake could change everything.
When I look back at the fight, it was stuff that I was getting hit with that I wasn't supposed to get hit with. But my goal was on that fight was to make him get tired, be in his face, and make him use all his energy without me using, all my energy, but make him work and and just like tire him out and then catch him with shots like between when he throwing his punches, to tire him out. And I wind up, catching him.
The fight's announcement and Tony Bellew's explosive commentary have set social media on fire. On Reddit, fans are locked in fierce debates. Many side with Bellew, insisting that Tank's knockout power is the ultimate equalizer, one that can erase any size advantage in an instant. Others argue that Jake Paul's size and steadily improving technique are being overlooked, believing he could use his reach to keep Davis at bay. Meanwhile, Bellew himself hasn't backed down online. He's taken to Twitter, doubling down on his knockout prediction and questioning whether Paul can even call himself a real boxer. His words have only poured more fuel on an already blazing fire of speculation.
Davis has been called a champion. He's never been a champion of any division. He's never beaten the man in any division. He's had some good wins. In retrospect, the Pitbull win was a nice win. It was a close fight. It was a nice win. Ryan Garcia, that's a big win. Right? Like, that's good for him.
Dehydrated Ryan, but good win.
Yeah, right. But he has never fought, oh, that's the champion of that division. I'm going to go fight that guy. In any division. It was like when people look at Floyd Mayweather, and I have said, hey, once he left lightweight, he picked and chose when he fought guys. He still was the actual champion of at least one division, but even at junior lightweight and lightweight, he cleaned out junior lightweight, he moved up to lightweight, he fought the champion in his first fight at lightweight, won a tough fight, a lot of people thought he lost, but then won the rematch. He was the champion in Tank never did that.
Never did it.
Never did it even in one, and now he's talking about retiring?
And you're doing it off of coming up against a struggle against Lamont Roach, was a 9-1 underdog? He gives you that tough of a fight. You have to get the revenge.
In the end, it all boils down to one explosive question. Tony Bellew, a man who's fought at the highest level of the sport, has painted a clear and chilling picture of what he believes will unfold on November 14th. In his eyes, a smaller but deadlier fighter will march straight through a bigger man to deliver one brutal, decisive knockout. This fight blurs the line between elite sport and pure spectacle. Many call it a disgrace, yet no one will be able to look away. Will Bellew's grim prediction come true, leaving Jake Paul flat on his back under the lights? Or will the YouTube star rewrite history with the biggest upset modern boxing has ever seen? The world will be watching. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss what's next. And don't forget, share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.